Accounting for credit card sales. Big Lots uses the perpetual inventory system and allows customers to use 2 credit cards in charging purchases. With the Omni Bank card, Big Lots receives an immediate credit to its account when it deposits sales receipts. Omni assesses a 4% service charge for credit card sales, and on April the 8th, merchandise for $5,900 that cost $43.60 and accepted by the customer's Omni bank card. The Omni receipts are immediately deposited in Big Lots bank account. So to record this transaction, there's 2 parts. There's a cost part and there's a retail part. So how much were credit card expenses? Well, it looks like they were 4% of the sales price, which is going to be $5,900 times 4%, or $236. So we're going to only receive $56.64. That is the $5,900 minus the credit card expense. That's how much cash we're going to get from this sale on October the 8th. And the credit card expense will be debited, cash will be debited for $56.64, and sales will be credited for $5,900. And since this is a perpetual inventory system that Big Lots uses, we make the sale, and at the same time, that's what the retail part looks like, and that's what the customer sees. That's this, at least this part is the sale part. And below all this, they're taking out inventory instantly, because that's what a perpetual inventory system does. It instantly takes things out of our inventory when we sell them. So we will record the sale at retail, and we'll record the cost of goods sold. We'll have a debit to cost of goods sold for $43.60 and a credit to merchandise inventory for $43.60. And like I said, that takes it out of the merchandise just as soon as we make the sale. Now that's for this credit card where we get our money immediately. So when we get our money immediately, it says the Omni receipts are immediately deposited in Big Lots account, and that's pretty common. Visa, MasterCard all do that on the 8th, and so it hits our bank on the 8th. And we have a part 2 to this question. Let's go on to that. It says Big Lots uses the perpetual inventory system and allows customers to use 2 credit cards, like I said, in charging purchases. The second credit card that Big Lots accepts is the Continental card. That's more like a American Express card. Big Lots sends its accumulated receipts to Continental on a weekly basis and is paid by Continental a week later. So in the first part of this transaction, we got paid immediately, and now with this credit card we have to wait a week. So Continental assesses a 2.5% charge on sales for using the card, and this sale on April the 12th was one used by the Continental with the Continental card. So sold merchandise for $6,050 that cost us $3,920 and accepted the customer's Continental card. Then we transferred the $6,050 worth of credit card receipts to Continental requesting payment. So how much were credit card expenses going to be? Okay, they're going to be 2.5% of the total sale, which is going to be $6,050 times 0.025, which is $151. So this time, instead of debiting cash on the 12th when we make the sale, we have to debit accounts receivable, because we're not going to get our money until a week later. So on the 12th, when we make the sale, we debit accounts receivable for $58.99. That's the $6,050 minus the credit card expenses of $151. We're going to debit credit card expenses for $151, and we're going to credit sales for $6,050. That's the retail side of the transaction. To record the sale. Now, and like I said, the retail part is what the customer sees. Down below all of this, underneath, is a perpetual inventory system where the goods that we sold at cost are being taken out of the system. That is, we're going to debit cost of goods sold for $39.20, and we're going to credit merchandise inventory for $39.20, and that's to record the cost of the sale. And then 1 week later, On the 20th, we're going to debit cash for $58.99, and we're going to credit accounts receivable. In this case, it'd be accounts receivable Continental card for $58.99. So we recorded the sale at retail, we recorded the cost of the sale, and both those happened on the day we made the sale. And in this case, we don't get the money right now because this is a Continental card, and they wait a week to send us the money. And we're going to, on the 20th, a week later, roughly a week later, we're going to take in the cash because they're going to send us the money, and we're going to reduce or wipe off their accounts receivable, and we're done.